Alrighty friends, so for today's My Life with ADHD, I have a guest friend. This is Joseph. We are headed off to Starbucks. I was having a very ADHD morning, having trouble getting started working, just kind of fiddling about. I'm sure you guys got a plate. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. So we are actually going to go work in another venue. That's something that is particularly helpful for me on stages that require a lot of focus, thought, and concentration. And today I'm doing a thumbnail for a comic pitch, so that's all of the above. So I thought changing my venue, which is something I commonly do when I'm working on the writing and thumbnailing stages of projects, I thought changing my venue would be a big help. There's something about working in a place with limited space, limited time, and isn't completely covered with distracting art supplies and my distracting Discord. I thought that it would be, you know, maybe a little bit easier for me to knuckle down and focus. Now, this isn't a guaranteed thing, but it's something that I do pretty much every time I'm scripting a new chapter of 7-Inch Carol. We usually will go down to JJ's and I'll work there. Thought I would share this with you guys, since so many of you are ADHD artists who watch this for solidarity and sometimes for tips. So we ended up going to Three Brothers, which is a local coffee shop rather than, of course, Starbucks. I apologize for the music in the background. I'm not going to monetize this, so if I get a DMCA, that is what it is. So there's Joseph getting some work done. I managed to knock out my thumb, so next I need to tighten it up. And I know this doesn't look like much, but being in an external environment honestly helped me focus a lot. Like, I couldn't even do this much at home this morning. Also, here's something kind of neat. So they don't have a plug in the wall necessarily for this table, but they do have a battery backup. It's like a Yeti battery backup, which, looking at it, that would be really cool for cons. So yeah, I mean, you know, your coffee shop will of course vary, but this can be a really good environment if you're looking to kind of get out of your rut, out of your zone. And if you're the sort of person who needs a little bit of external stimulation in order to get work done. Like, growing up, I always found that I focused on certain tasks better if the room was noisy or if there was things going on, but they didn't involve me. I mean, that's why so many people come to coffee shops to work. So that went pretty well. Got my thumbnails done, heading back because my computer is going to die. I didn't bring an extra charger because sometimes the more time I spend out doesn't necessarily equate to more work. This time I definitely could have gotten more done, but I have enough done that even if I am distracted, I feel like I can kind of push myself and follow through, which is one of the big things with my ADHD, is just getting to a stage where I don't have to spend, it sounds terrible because I make comics, I'm in a creative profession and everyone expects us to like, I don't know, for it to not be forced and not be magic, but sometimes I have to basically strap myself down and force myself to do it. And that's particularly true for like the thumbnail stage. Like, the writing stage usually comes fairly easy to me. And then it's, you know, I'm not necessarily a particularly visual person. Again, crazy, I make comics. So that's one of the harder stages. It requires a lot of thought, it requires a lot of concentration, it requires a lot of revision. So sometimes it's really hard to make myself do that at home. It's one of the hardest stages for me, unless I'm like passionate about the project and I have a clear mental vision of it. And I'm fortunate because this project is something I'm actually really excited about, and it's got a really cute, fairly easy art style, so it's not difficult for me to envision it, but it doesn't necessarily come, ooh, traffic in Nashville, nothing but anxiety attacks for me. It doesn't necessarily come naturally to me, so this is the stage where I often find myself going to a coffee shop to kind of take myself out of my zone and just kind of replace myself. That's hard to say. Alright, so thank you guys so much for watching. I will hopefully see you guys again with another My Life with ADHD in the near future. I hope you guys have a great week. Bye guys!